This is Miami All Access.
A lot on the line in your building this weekend. Number one team coming to your rink, and final regular season weekend before the NCHC tournament. Chance to clinch a home series and really help your seeding for the NCHC tournament next week. Hard not to be excited for a weekend like this, huh?
Well, it's anytime the number one team in the country comes to your building, there's some excitement. We have a lot of respect for North Dakota and what they've been able to do this year, and just their program in general, and well coached, a lot of depth. At all positions, really. They're the number one team in the country for a reason. So, we're excited. It's going to be a good test for us. As you said, there's a lot on the line, home ice. We're just going to take it like we have the last 6-7 weeks, one game at a time, and try to put all our best effort forward on Friday, and we'll see what happens.
You mentioned the depth that North Dakota has, so nothing really changes in your preparation. Hearing a scorer like McMillan be missing in action just because they've got so much depth up front and on the defense.
It's a tough break for him because he's an unbelievable player, and we know that firsthand. And I just feel bad for him. You don't want to see that on anybody, and hopefully he can get back because he's a senior and he's a good hockey player. But as you said, they've got so many weapons and so much depth that we have to prepare the same, and we have to be ready to play our best hockey, and that's the bottom line.
Every team in this league seems to have a top-notch goaltender, and North Dakota obviously no different. A team that has leaned very heavily on Zane McIntyre. You've faced him a lot over the last couple of years. What kind of challenges does he bring when you actually do get some looks through a good defense?
Well, I think his numbers speak for themselves. I think he's lost like 6 games since 2013 or something like that. So again, you have to get traffic in front of them. You got to try to, make the most of your opportunities and get some quality chances and maybe some second chances. There's no formula to being a good goaltender. You just got to try to find something and take advantage of your chances. At the end of the day, good goaltenders are going to find a way to make saves, and hopefully we can get a few by them.
Your team's been pretty battle-tested over these last few weeks, as this league constantly, every week is another test. But in particular, the last 2 weeks, going to a hostile Denver team and taking a game there, and facing a very talented and likely tournament-bound Minnesota Duluth team, taking one in comeback fashion against them. How much does playing those types of teams that you're likely to see come NCAA tournament time, come NCHC tournament, do to prepare you for really stepping it up a notch for the postseason and playoff hockey?
I think you've answered your own question. Our league is battle tested every week. It's not an easy game to play. It's whether you're on the road or at home, they're tough battles. As I've said numerous times over the last month and a half, you have to prepare your best, play your best, and that might not even get the job done. That only keeps you in the game. So. We've faced this all year. Every team in our league has faced this all year, and the hope is when you do get to playoff time that you feel comfortable in those situations, and you just play it like any other weekend, and the team that executes the best is the team that moves on. And with North Dakota, they're the number one team. They're the only team in the league that has more wins, and so they've done it a little bit better than anybody else. So we got to be ready to go. We got to play our best hockey, and we'll see what happens.
Talk a little bit about the seniors that are going to have their families around and being honored on Saturday. How much has this senior class meant for your program?
Well, you look at when you evaluate senior classes, after 4 years, you want to see what they've done, obviously, on the ice and in the classroom and in the community. And this senior class ranks right up there. To this point, they've won 20 games 3 times. They've been, to this point, to 2 national tournaments, a regional final, won a CCHA championship. So this team, this group of seniors has seen a lot, and hopefully we can, play well here down the stretch and maybe add to those stats a little bit. But in the classroom, they've been great. In the community, they've been great. They've certainly helped this team to where it is today. After a tough season last year, I think the seniors have taken it upon themselves to lead the way in every aspect. So we're proud of them. Hopefully there's still a lot of hockey left, but it's an important game on Saturday for them because it's their last one regular season here at home, and it'll be a little bit emotional, but one I think they'll cherish, and hopefully we can play well for them.
Final question. You've seen what the looks are for attendance this weekend. Looks like a couple of pretty packed buildings expected at the Goggin. How much of a lift do you expect the fans here can provide? And the place can get loud enough on its own.
Yeah, I think our attendance has been great all year. We've filled the building, and that's a tribute to our community and our student body that support us. And anytime you're at home and your fans are behind you, you obviously have a lot of energy in the game, and we look forward to it. And it's just like every other building in our league. When you go on the road, you're playing in packed buildings, and so it'll be nice to be home.